Hey guys, Bobby here. Today I'm restoring and colorizing a remarkable photo from 1907, sent in by Carla Peterson, who wanted to preserve the only known image of her great-grandmother, Evelyn Petrova, taken during her years in Bulgaria. At first glance, it's easy to overlook the weight a photo like this can carry. But for Carla, and for many of my clients, these aren't just old photographs. They're windows. Windows into lives once lived, into people who shaped us even if we never got to meet them. Evelyn was 21 when this portrait was taken. She stood tall, hands gently clasped, dressed in a gown adorned with intricate embroidery that speaks volumes of the time she lived in. This wasn't just a posed studio photo. It was a statement, a moment in time captured forever, even as everything else around it changed. She worked as a typist, which back then wasn't exactly common, especially for a young mother of two. It meant she was educated, independent, and likely had a sense of determination that stood out. Just a few years after this photo was taken, Evelyn and her husband made a decision that would change everything. They packed up their lives and moved across the ocean to Illinois. No social media updates, no FaceTime with family, just faith, grit, and the hope of something better. There, in a new land, they built a life from the ground up. They raised 6 children and faced all the challenges that come with starting over. Evelyn would live out the rest of her years in America, but this photo, this one image, remained a quiet reminder of where she came from. Now, the original photo was in rough shape, worn, cracked, faded with time. I knew right away this one would take a delicate touch. My goal was to restore it without erasing its soul. Every crease in the fabric, every shadow on her face, even the light in her eyes, they all mattered. I worked layer by layer, carefully patching the damaged areas while staying faithful to the original textures. And then came the colorization. This part's always a balance, choosing tones that feel natural, that honor the time period, and that still bring life back into the image. I referenced Edwardian palettes, studied skin tones, textiles, even the kinds of photographic lenses used back then, all to make sure I wasn't just painting, but truly reviving. Carla told me this was the only photo she had from Evelyn's early years in Bulgaria, and that detail really stayed with me. This wasn't just restoration, it was resurrection. We weren't just repairing damage, we were giving Evelyn's youth a second chance to be remembered, seen, and celebrated. It's easy to forget how fragile history can be. A single photo like this can carry an entire legacy. And that's why I do what I do, not just to make pictures look better, but to help preserve the stories and the people behind them. If you're interested in seeing how I bring these memories back to life, along with some behind-the-scenes thoughts on the tools I use and how I approach each step, please like and subscribe to the channel. And of course, big thanks to Carla for letting me share this story with you all. See you in the next one.